I wasn't supposed to walk again. But I ran. I wasn't supposed to survive. But I lived. I wasn't supposed to dream. But I soared. These were the words etched on the wall of a small, dimly lit hospital room in a forgotten corner of the city. And behind those words, lay a story so powerful, so raw, and so real, it would change lives forever. Chapter 1: The Fall. It all began on a freezing winter morning in Detroit. Snow blanketed the streets, sirens echoed faintly, and 17-year-old Marcus Lane laced up his worn-out sneakers for basketball tryouts, the one shot he had to escape the life that was swallowing him whole. Marcus came from nothing. No father, a drug-addicted mother, a little sister who looked up to him like he was Superman, and bills stacked higher than hope. But he had talent, lightning-quick speed, an unbeatable jump shot, and the kind of determination that couldn't be taught. That morning, Marcus played like his life depended on it. And in many ways, it did. But fate has a twisted sense of humor. With only minutes left in the game, Marcus soared high for a dunk, his signature move, and came crashing down awkwardly. The gym fell silent. His leg was twisted, mangled, and the scream that escaped his throat was one of pain, fear, and heartbreak. At the hospital, the verdict was brutal. Torn ACL. Shattered kneecap. You'll walk again, Marcus, but basketball? That dream's over. The words hit harder than the fall. His scholarship dreams? Gone. His ticket out? Shredded. Chapter 2: The Silence. Depression crept in like a thief in the night. Marcus stopped talking. Stopped eating. Stopped believing. His little sister, Ava, just 10, would sit at his bedside and read out loud from a book of dreams they once made together, things they'd do, places they'd go. She believed in him even when he didn't believe in himself. But Marcus was drowning. Until one night, cold, quiet, and dark, he wheeled himself outside to the edge of a bridge. The world below was silent. He looked down. The wind whispered temptations. And then, her voice. Don't you dare leave me. Don't you dare quit on me. It was Ava. Barefoot, shivering, with tears streaming down her cheeks. That moment broke something inside him. Or maybe, it built something. He cried for the first time in years. Not out of pain. But out of release. He wheeled back home. Chapter 3: Rise. Rehab was brutal. Grueling. Some days, he screamed. Some nights, he sobbed. But every time he wanted to quit, he remembered Ava's face on that bridge. She became his why. And then came Coach Darryl, a retired Army vet turned local trainer. He saw Marcus in the rehab center and said, "I've trained warriors. You've got the soul of a fighter. Let's rebuild you." Every day at 5 a.m., they trained. Stretching. Crying. Pushing. Bleeding. Failing. And getting back up. Months passed. Marcus began walking. Then jogging. Then running. Not like before. But stronger. Smarter. He knew basketball might never come back. But he discovered something more powerful: resilience. Chapter 4: Against the System. Determined to stay close to the game, Marcus applied to volunteer at local youth centers, helping kids with nowhere to go. He taught them more than basketball. He taught them grit. One kid, Elijah, 13, was about to join a gang. Marcus took him under his wing. Coached him. Guided him. Protected him. He started organizing small tournaments for kids who had never been seen, never been chosen, never been told they mattered. Word spread. Donations trickled in. Then sponsors. Then cameras. In 2 years, Marcus built the Comeback Court, a non-profit that gave kids like him a shot at something more. He wasn't just surviving anymore. He was helping others live. Chapter 5, The Shot. At 22, 5 years after his accident, Marcus received an unexpected call. Marcus Lane? This is Coach Daniels from Michigan State. We're hosting a comeback showcase. It's not about winning. It's about heart. We'd like you to speak. And play. He was stunned. Play? He hadn't stepped onto a real court since the fall. The old pain came rushing back. What if he failed? What if they laughed? But then Ava, now 15, put her hand on his shoulder and said, "You didn't survive all that to stop now." So, he said yes. Chapter 6, The Return. The gym was packed. Cameras flashing. Fans cheering. Marcus walked onto the court, slow and steady. The whistle blew. He wasn't the fastest. He wasn't the strongest. But every move he made carried a story. Every shot he took carried pain, purpose, and perseverance. With 3 seconds left on the clock, his team was down by 1. The ball found his hands. He looked at the hoop. Time slowed. He jumped, not as high as before, but high enough. The ball soared, and sank clean through the net. The crowd erupted. Marcus didn't smile. He cried. Not for the points. But for the pain. Because in that moment, he had done the impossible. Epilogue, The Legacy. Today, Marcus Lane is a best-selling author, motivational speaker, and founder of The Rise Foundation, which has helped over 10,000 underprivileged youth gain access to sports, scholarships, and second chances. But he still returns every Sunday to that same court in Detroit, where it all began, to coach kids who think they're broken. And when they say, "Coach, I can't," he simply smiles and says, "I was told the same thing. And yet, here we are." Closing message. Against all odds, Marcus didn't just recover, he rose. He didn't just survive, he soared. He didn't just win, he changed lives. His story reminds us all that the greatest victories don't come from strength, but from the courage to get back up, again and again and again. Because it's never about the fall. It's always about the rise.